We are really pleased to be joined by the head coach of the Washington Wizards, Brian Keefe. And I guess the first thing that you talk about when you talk about the Washington Wizards is youth, right? 35% of your minutes last year, rookies. No other team in the league is playing lineups that young. Just talk about kind of the challenges of that and the way that you saw some growth in some of those young guys throughout the year a year ago.
Yeah, obviously we've had, those guys end up playing like 6,000 minutes. Our guys who were drafted last year, 3 draft picks, Bub Carrington, Keyshawn George, Alex Sarr, and then Bilal Coulibaly the year before. These guys played a ton of minutes, but we thought it was a great thing for our organization. They got tons of experience, and you could see their growth from week to week, month to month, and by the end of the year, when we got to about February 1st, our team was playing good basketball. We were improving, and I think it was them going through the learning curve of the NBA. It's a harsh league, as we all know. You played in it. It's a tough league. But we felt like giving them the experience, the opportunities to make some mistakes and learn, but build the right habits was going to pay off. And we saw that as the team built throughout the year.
Talk a little bit about that. When you're coaching young players, right? And a lot of these guys to that point, nothing but success, right, in their basketball life. And now you're in this very difficult league, very young team. It's not a very forgiving league. They don't care how young you are. How do you kind of balance that, coaching these guys while they're going through a long season and not really having the success that you expect them to have down the road yet?
We talk about stacking habits, building the proper habits every day that's going to lead to something that's sustainable. And our guys are great. We've done, our front office with Michael Winger and Will Dawkins do a great job identifying guys who love the game. So we're guys who love to be in the gym, who want to work, who basketball is their most important thing in their lives, and those guys that represent that. So that part is easy for us, but it's us instilling the habits in them every day to learn how to be a consistent player in the league. Hardest thing to do, as you know, being consistent, but we think that's the work behind the scenes. And all those guys that we have really built on that. They've had a tremendous offseason, working continuously. But that's the things that we focus on and not always just working on the results, because some of the results weren't there, but as we stuck with it and we got better month to month, we started seeing some change in the results.
You mentioned some of these guys. Let's dive in a little bit deeper to them. Let's start with Alex Sarr, because I was so impressed with the second half of his rookie year, ends up making the all-rookie team. Really a totally different player, really, from January on to what you saw early in the year. And you had him go to Vegas this summer, participate again, which was guys that kind of make all rookie teams. Sometimes they don't go out to Vegas. You had him go. Why did you have him go? Why did you think that was important? And also just talk about his growth as a player from the day you drafted him to where we are now going into year 2.
First of all, what we saw early on was this extremely versatile guy that can do a lot of different things. Just needed the experience of going through the fire of the NBA. So as you saw as the season went along, you saw the defense early, the shot blocking, being able to switch on the perimeter. But what you saw is the consistency of that. And then the playmaking, which we're really excited about, his ability to see the game and read the game. Just needed to get the time and experience of going against some really high-line players. And this guy loves to play, wanted to play in Summer League. Wanted to go play for his national team, which we all thought these are great things because this showed a guy that was about getting better. So we're excited about Alex.
And another guy I saw out in Vegas who was one of my favorite players that I saw out there. He's just a flat-out walking bucket getter. Trey Johnson, your first pick, number 6 pick in the draft. I was so impressed with how mature and poised he already looks as a scorer. I think he's going to be able to do that immediately in the league. Just talk about that selection and then kind of how you see using him this year.
For sure. Again, another guy who fit the culture of the people we want in the gym. You don't shoot the ball like that, as you know, with your shooting ability, without putting a tremendous amount of work in. This guy's a gym rat. He loves the game, and he's got a knack for scoring and a confidence level that comes from the work that he's done. We're excited about having him. He's obviously played in our summer league, played very well, kind of fit in seamlessly. He's going to have his struggles like any other young player, but we're really excited about where he's going to go and his ability to do multiple things on the court, but obviously the shooting is the thing that stands out.
Last thing, with all this young talent, just talk about some areas, specific areas, like metrics that you guys look at and say, these are absolutely areas that we have to be better this year than you were a year ago.
I think number one for us is defensively, for sure. We struggled at the beginning of the year. Some of that was our youth. But as the year went on, I think from like February 1st to mid-March, we were a top 14 defensive team. And that was something we wanted to really stress. We have to pick back up on that at the beginning of this year. And we know that nothing is given to you in this league. Everything is earned, so we're going to have to establish that right from the get-go. But that we know that's something that's going to lead to consistent success that we're going to be harping on every day.
Nice, guys.